thank you very much for joining us for this podcast. And maybe to just begin, I know it has been a while since our close of service, different years, but maybe just to hear from you and to understand, what would you say was one of the successful thing you did during your service? And maybe to start with, I can remember that when I went to Chekairi the very first time, I met a community that wasn't unified, as you could say. People are doing things individually, and I think the highlight of my service is that I was able to turn that into a mindset where people can come together and work to achieve something. So even after my service, I'm happy to know that at least I brought the community spirit back. So that's something that really sticks out with me for my service. And maybe from James, what could be that one thing that really stands out?
For me, the thing that stood out for me during my service, I would say, is during our project implementation that we did. That was school furniture project. We tried to mobilize the resources together with the community, and when we planned about the community fundraising, the way the community were able to bring their farm produces and the way they were able to sell their farm produces to try and raise funds so that we are able to implement the project. It was a highlight. It was a proud moment to see that the community can really focus on the resources they have and turn it to resources that they can use in the community to move forward.
Oh, amazing. I actually just imagine the kind of joy you see when you are launching those projects. Maybe from Joe?
Yeah, so in Meru, in the Njuguna to be specific, I experienced many achievements that I'm proud of to this day. But one that would stand out is the change of mindset in the locals of the area. Because I remember when I went there, there was a group of alumni that were trying to renovate the school, their old school, and they had no unity, But when I came in as the middle person, so I'm a stranger, and my project revolved around renovation of the classroom. So they questioned themselves and they were like, if a stranger can come and perpetuate change within us, so what is limiting us? So to say the least, I get calls to this day, and I'm being told that the school has renovated 6 more classes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Hello.
The school looks brand new now. I mean, it's amazing. So the change of mindset and the fact that now they believe that they can do these things by themselves. They don't have to depend on someone from outside to come and do something on their behalf or, bring the change to them. So that self-belief, it's everything, man. I love it.
Do you mean, by the way, you just actually renovated one, right?
Yes.
And now we have 6
more. Yeah, 6 more.
Oh.
They even constructed one that was wooden, but they constructed it because imagine 400 alumni coming together and everyone saying, I'll give 1,000. That's a lot of money. So they did construct a whole class and then renovated others.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was just trying out of, from my mind, calculating that percentage. I don't see mtu wa hesabu. But it's a huge improvement.
Really?
And it's within a very short period of time,
Really?
right?
Yeah.
Kama miaka ngapi? 2 years?
I think 2 years now. It's 2 years now.
Yeah. And
because we finished
6.
our service in 2024.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine. It just takes someone to show you that you can actually do it.
Sure.
Yeah. And then from there you can do everything by yourself.
Wow, nice. I really love that kind of impact. And now, just moving away from that, you are now done with your project and we are now finalizing our service. The last 1 or 2 months, now it's becoming real like, it's the last month and I'll be back now to the job market. How was the environment now you're thinking about your close of service and life after service? Maybe we start with you again, James.
Yeah, for me, after a successful service in Meru County, I felt like I needed a bigger challenge to that. So I felt like I would take the opportunity that CorpsAfrica offers, the CorpsAfrica Alumni, to go for exchange volunteer, where you can go to another country, a different country, and serve for another year there. So I took the challenge and I went to Gambia, where I served another year. I say it is a bigger challenge because now it is a totally different environment, totally different people, culture is different in terms of food, in terms of even language. So at least in Kenya here, you can relate to some of the things because even if you go to a different village, and it is still within Kenya, you still find similar foods, you'll still find people speaking similar languages. But in a different country, you'll find like you have to adapt to so many things. So it is you start with the culture, you will have to learn the language there. So I took a challenge. I went to the western side of Africa in the Gambia, and I was able to serve for another year there.
I'm a little bit curious because I love that part of you wanted a bigger challenge, and maybe after you doing the application, and then here comes the good news that after completing your service in Kenya, you are heading to Gambia. How did you feel?
Of course, yeah, you'll be a bit worried because it's a different environment. I had to do my research online to see how is Gambia like. Actually, before I went there, I didn't know even where Gambia is located in the map. I knew it is in West Africa. But I had to Google and see, okay, this is Gambia. I had to do some research and see what kind of people who live in Gambia. And but I saw they are just Africans. They look like me from the pictures. And I said, yeah, let me go see how Gambia is. And I serve the Gambian community.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I think for me, that would have been one of the biggest fear to overcome. Like, hey, natoka Kenya bwana.
Yeah.
I'm going out to a place that I'll not be meeting my family in how I want. But I think really that shows the passion of service. Besides now wanting to have a bigger challenge, it's more of passion because service is, honestly, you can't say that it's just easy. But choosing like I want a bigger challenge, it shows some level of passion.
Yeah, and guts.
And some guts,
And
right?
some guts. Yeah, of course, it's not for everyone.
Honestly, guts.
You're going to somewhere they don't speak the same language as you, man.
Do you know, I thought about it during my service and I was like, am I even ready for that? I never applied for it, honestly. But I really love to hear that such kind of experiences that one is able to get through the exchange volunteer program. Maybe moving to you, Joe.
Yeah, so well, after I finished my service or near finishing my service, first of all, the villagers didn't want me to go back to Nairobi. You know?
Wanasemanga
baki hapa. Baki, tunakutafutia bibi, tunakutafutia nyumba. You stay here. So I felt that love. But again, I had to come back to reality. And I have to come back to Nairobi. And now I don't know whether I should continue looking for a job. You remember I graduated in 2022, that is the previous year before joining CorpsAfrica. So I'm like, should I now continue looking for a job, or should I now pursue my entrepreneurial journey, being serious now? And I was very lucky because towards the end, I happened to talk myself into a business deal that, propelled my entrepreneurial journey now to put me at a better state after my service, because I had to supply the merchandise for the next cohort. I mean, that was a very good moment and good head start, like you're not starting from zero now, you're starting from somewhere, a place of, what is it called? Privilege, because you've been given that stepping stone. Like someone has told you, you know what? You said you can do this. You've been a volunteer for one whole year. I mean, to stay in a village for one whole year with people you don't know, it takes guts. So we are going to give you this job. So that's what propelled me. And from there, the first few months after my graduation was really good. After landing that deal, now I was more confident with the business and everything. And yeah, from there, it's been learning and doing business and moving on. Yeah.
Wow.
It's been amazing.
Amazing. We'll be getting deeper into life after service.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember those last moments. And it's usually a sweet, bitter moment at the last minutes, because the community is here celebrating you and they are so dear to you. Oh, Siende, you know, we can give you a piece of land here. Others actually, as you have said, on a promise, we are going to give you a wife.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Those crazy there, but it really makes you actually feel like, yeah, I think I've impacted these people. But again, as you go back to your house, you're like, okay, stipend inafika mwisho. There'll be no stipend in the next 1 month.
Survival mode.
So there is that kind of fear. And for me, when it came up, I was like, okay, how do I proceed about this? So I had 2 plans. One is to look for employment, and then if that one doesn't happen, with the current status of opportunities are few, mimi nilikuwa nimeamua naenda kurima. I was going back to farming. I had actually started looking for a piece of land because, okay, what will I do? The service is over. Yes, I've learned a lot, and I'm seeing myself going into the NGO world, moving from corporate, because initially I was doing corporate, now moving to the NGO world. But because I'm not sure about the jobs, I need to have something else.
You have to be doing something.
I think being passionate about agriculture, I was like, I'll go to agriculture. But for me, I actually understand that last moment feeling when you are like, what next?
Yeah.
And if you do not have a plan, it can really be confusing or challenging. Maybe just to move a little bit deeper into now after service. I think for James, you proceeded immediately after service to exchange volunteer?
Yes. I just spent 2 weeks here. Then after that, I went to the Gambia, and immediately I started integrating and learning the culture and the language in the country. And from there, I proceeded for another year of service in the Gambia.
Wow. I think we'll pick from there to just learn maybe what really are the lessons that you learned here in Kenya, and they really helped you to excel in Gambia. But before that, maybe moving to Joe. Now, you have mentioned about you are finishing your service and you being the business person you are. I know you are a business one, a business person. You moving in, and here is the opportunity to provide for services, and especially the branded items to CorpsAfrica. And you have done the whole process of sending in your quotations and all that. And here comes the news that maybe you have been given the opportunity to do that. How was the feeling?
To say the least, I'd say I was ecstatic. I remember after we did our close of service, I went back home and I slept for a whole week.
1 week?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, working in Meru, I was in a very hilly place. So it was up and down. I was fatigued, everything. So before even doing the business, there was a 1 week window. So I took that 1 week and said, I have to give myself a break. I have to rest. I was just waking up, sleeping, waking up, sleeping. And it was really good because when that 1 week was over, I felt a feeling of refreshment. I felt like now again, I'm strong again, I'm confident again, because I didn't keep on going like that. And after I was told that now you can proceed with the order,
You are busy, neighbor.
I was so happy, but again, I was also worried because at the same time, you remember, you also have to put in your funds.
Yeah,
you have to put in money, and they always say you have to use money to get more money.
Yeah.
So another issue was funds, but as a businessman, of course, you have to find a way to make the funds come to you. So I was really, really happy. And I am so proud of myself that I did not let my organization down with the job that I did. I said, if I have to sleep doing this job, I have to get it right. I can't afford to mess this up because, again, someone has believed in you. You can't afford to let them be like, we believed in him, but
and actually it's your first deal.
And it's your first deal. Ukichoma ni hivyo imeenda. So I had to make sure that I do this. And I do this perfectly. Yeah.
Wow. You just mentioned something, and I've just remembered how crazy we were during our last moments as GWAL, discussing that, you know what, once we finish our service, we'll take like 1 or 2 weeks of sleeping.
Yes.
Waking up, eating, going back to bed and sleeping just to
Put your
rest
mind
and
in
maybe
the best
pull
place.
your mind and all that. So I've just remembered that, and I was like, sometimes by the time you are doing your close of service, you have really given your all into the community. And sometimes you may find that almost what you call the compassionate fatigue is almost getting in.
Yeah.
So you sometimes take a little bit of time to rejuvenate, and then you move on.
You come back again.
For James, actually, how long did you stay in Kenya before you proceeded to Gambia?
That was around 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Ulikuwa unafanya kitu ama ulikuwa umesema sasa kwanza ni kutulia na familia?
Sasa kwa hiyo 2 weeks, I was just relaxing and meeting my family because it had been a while because I was away for 1 year in Meru. So we were just interacting, preparing myself to travel to the Gambia, doing some research here and there, then waiting for the day to go to the Gambia.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's nice. And now here comes the day and you're out of the country. Oh, before maybe you move even out of the country. Familia ilikuwaje, like you're going out? Were they happy? Were they worried? What was the kind of the reaction that now you are going to Gambia?
Yeah, when I told them the first time, they were a bit worried. They were like, now you are from Meru. Now you want to go to Gambia. And even you don't know where that Gambia is. So I tried to tell them that in CorpsAfrica, when you go, because I'm going through CorpsAfrica as a CorpsAfrica exchange volunteer, they don't have to be worried because I will be having a support system there that will be supporting me throughout my service. My work will be just to go interact with the community, integrate with them, and serve them the best way I can.
Yeah, I know sometimes naturally the parents and the family will be like, okay, so you're going to the Gambia. Do you know anybody there? Yeah. So there's that kind of...
How will we even communicate?
It's a new land where they don't know your local language.
Yeah.
So it's usually a time of mixed reaction because on one side you're happy because you're going out for another experience, but also the challenge of a new land. Just still there with you, James. Now you have served 1 year in Kenya, right? And you're going to the Gambia.
Yeah.
What would you say were some of the lessons that you learned here in Kenya and zilikusaidia kusurvive Gambia?
You know, when I went to Gambia now, I was feeling a bit confident in terms of the service because I have done it for 1 year. In Gambia, we went there and we served with other volunteers from the same country, Gambia. For them, they were new. For me, I was feeling like I'm steps ahead of them because I know what to expect. I know the challenges that we'll be facing in the community. You know, when you are going for the first time, you are just guessing what will be happening in the village, what will be going on. But for me, I had a real experience in Kenya. We had a training. I knew how to quickly integrate with the community. I knew how to navigate challenges like when you call up a community for a meeting, they don't turn up. Instead of just getting worried or being annoyed, you just know how to approach it and make it work. So I was feeling like I'm steps ahead. Actually, the only thing that was worrying is just language. In other things, I was feeling like I'm experienced now because I've served in Kenya. We have been trained in the Kenyan service on different tools that we'll be using to integrate to the community, how to mobilize the community, and how to make them feel like you are one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you'll tell us more about the language and how.
Yeah, sure.
And whether you have even learned anything. Actually, they speak which language?
In Gambia, they have different languages, but the village that I was serving, they use Madinka language.
Madinka, I just saw that name during our history classes. I've never
social studies.
Exactly.
Primary and secondary.
Those days. So imagine Madinka, you just saw it as like these are
Something very
somewhere,
foreign,
like something foreign, and now that will be the language that you'll be interacting with. You'll tell us more about Madinka, maybe
sure.
share a word or two, maybe some greetings.
Greetings, of course. I want to know. I might meet a Madinka person out there.
Yeah, in the future. Maybe going to Joseph. I think you have, after the first business agreement or contract that you got with CorpsAfrica Kenya to supply branded t-shirts, you have done other supplies to CorpsAfrica Kenya, right? And maybe how would you say that kind of support you have gotten from CorpsAfrica Kenya, getting these kind of business deals to supply branded items, how would you say it has really supported you as a business person? I know you have.
Yeah, so I'd say, confidence in approaching other businesses, because now I have something to show. I have at least I can show them I did this. You can even tell them I'm giving you a website link. Just click on that link. The t-shirt that you'll see being worn there.
Yeah,
that is my work. That is my work. So
Exactly.
the confidence and the ability now, because when you approach a company, they will ask you, do you have a track record in doing ABCD? And most people will then look at you, and then you are a young person, and they're like, hey, mtawezana kweli? And I'll tell them, no, I've supplied over 1,000 t-shirts. What are you telling me?
Yeah, sure.
And the complaints were not there. So the confidence to approach other companies, and even the self-confidence in myself that I can be able to actually do this, because it's not easy, because there are many levels to it, from procuring to getting the business. But that self-confidence that you can be able to do it. Now you have belief in yourself, even when you enter a room and you're being asked, what do you do? What are your rates? You even don't know how to talk the business language with companies, because when you're fresh in the market, no one will teach you, this is how companies negotiate these prices. This is the standard price for certain companies. So knowing that knowledge and being confident and actually having a track record, that's the best. I can't say thank you enough for that stepping stone. I'm really grateful.
And by the way, just to add on as a reminder on that, guys, this guy really do quality branded items and very efficient. So kama uko na deal hapo, sijui ufai kutafuta mtu mwingine.
Plug ni mmoja.
So I actually was amazed by the efficiency of your delivery, the quality of t-shirts that you actually delivered to CorpsAfrica. And I was like, yes, this is the real deal. Just to move on to James, you have two experiences in Kenya and in Gambia.
Yeah.
Maybe the question I want us to talk about is on personal and professional growth in terms of skills, because I think for me, as I had mentioned earlier, is that initially I had done quite more in the corporate world, I think my focus had started going to the corporate world until when I joined CorpsAfrica. And my 1 year of service, the skills I got, the experience I got really challenged me to be like, you know what, umekuwa ukifanya nini corporate? There is a space for you. This is where you belong in the NGO world. So it really changed my perspective, even my career direction. And to this day, because now I'm deep into the humanitarian world, I would attribute that largely to the CorpsAfrica experience. It gave me quite a big sense of direction, from equipping me to skills. I remember when you're dealing with the communities, it really helps you to gain what we call people management skills.
Yeah.
Manze, dealing with communities and people, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But it really teaches you that, and also the element of project management. Now that I actually facilitated a project, it really equipped me with skills on how to design projects, implement projects, and not actually doing it alone, but with the community, people-centered approach, which is very crucial in the NGO world or in the humanitarian world. Yeah. Just to move on to James, what are some of the skills you would say like these two services in Kenya and in Gambia has really given you?
For me, there's something I used to take for granted, like how to integrate to people who are different from you, or who are living in a different way. Because before CorpsAfrica service, for me, I just used to know my village, my people, the people I've grown up with. Because we know each other, we are able to interact with them freely. So I could not imagine going to a foreign place and be able to feel comfortable and integrate. Especially in the service in the Gambia, the community is really different, and I really improved my intercultural competency skills, because for me now I feel like I can work in every corner of this world. I can integrate with any community, because the community there, from religion, from language, from culture, it was totally different from mine.
Hadi chakula.
Hadi chakula. Hakuna kitu una relate nayo. In fact, even the weather. Oh. The weather is really different from what I was used to in Kenya. So from there, I was able to build a family to a point that when I was leaving, I was not feeling like I want to leave. Even the community themselves, they were feeling like you should stay. They were actually crying when I was leaving.
Hey, I was
really
like,
crying.
Hey.
You will not think like someone have maybe to say like have left the community, like, and they will never come back.
It was so sad, like, for them.
Yeah. So going somewhere different and be able to work with them freely, build a family, that was something, a skill that I didn't have, and I have really improved on it. And I can say now it is a skill that I can use and be able to work in every corner of this world.
Wow.
Confidently.
By the way, hapo kwa culture, intercultural skills,
you have to be very patient. And
open-minded. Because I actually, you are a Christian, right?
Yeah.
And are they Muslim, majority of them?
I was the only Christian there.
Wow. Imagine now, okay, you are in the, because, you know, for example, in Kenya, you may go to a community and actually have Christians and Muslims in the same community. Yeah. But now here is James, it's
the whole village and 100%.
Different language, different religion. Oh, wow. And the same with food. I hope you're not a foodie. Because now if you love food and then hiyo chakula iko,
how was the food?
Okay, the first month maybe it was somehow difficult, but as time went, I was able to adapt and I was used now to food. I was able now to eat properly. Yeah.
What's the staple food?
Mostly the staple food there is rice. But now the difference is the sauce they use to accompany the rice. It was totally different from what I was used to. Some things I have never even seen them in my village. Yeah. It was totally different, but it was food that was nice, that I enjoyed at long last. Yeah.
Wow. Going to Joseph, ni skills gani zenye unajua like hizi nazo niliweza kuzi-enhance ni kwa service?
I think you also highlighted some of mine. People management, and project management. Now, being a business, it's a big project that it's ongoing. It's not coming to an end anytime soon. So that project management, you have to keep on doing. You have to keep every piece of information or every data that you collect there to guide you into the next thing that you do. So, and people management, because you're working with people. Yeah. And I'd say another thing that really shaped me is the resilience and the patience when you're dealing with people in the village. Because sometimes you'd call a meeting and before they get to the meeting, it may take you 2 hours before you actually start the meeting itself, or even 3 hours. So you're actually knowing how to not get angry, calm yourself down, and just proceed with the message as you would want to. That has helped me out there, because sometimes in business there are very many inconveniences, and learning that back then, so it's shaping me, because I'm going to anticipate this inconvenience and I'm not going to lose my head over it. I'm going to be calm, I'm going to be composed, and I'm going to handle it like a champ. And I'd say that has really shaped me into how I do business nowadays. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. I think I believe CorpsAfrica experience really shapes somebody else, someone in ways that you actually never expect.
Yeah.
They give you exposure, challenges that really sharpen you and shape you to a totally different person once you complete your service. Allow us to move into our programs, and we should have different programs as CorpsAfrica Alumni. We have the Matching Scholarship Program, we have the Entrepreneurship Incubator Program, and Mobility Program. So it's a number of programs. But today, let's talk of the ones that maybe our beneficiaries have benefited from them. And just to begin with, James, just the other day, because actually, how old are you since you finished your last service in Gambia?
That's 1 month and a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks. 1 month, 2 weeks now.
1 month, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
As you're completing your service, you got a matching scholarship. Actually, it was more of a full scholarship. Maybe tell us a little bit more about the scholarship that you got.
Yeah, I want first of all to thank CorpsAfrica for the support they have been giving their alumni. Being one of them, my goal was to always further my education. And sometimes if to do these programs like masters, PhD, sometimes they can be expensive to pay them from your own pockets or from your parents' pocket. So they have opportunities for alumni where I applied a scholarship for matching scholarship. And I'm happy to say that I was able to get to qualify for the matching scholarship, and now I'll be studying masters in business administration from Oxford University, courtesy of CorpsAfrica Kenya.
Amazing. And
yeah,
the beauty I love about these, actually among the few who are, I would say, lucky, because the partnership between CorpsAfrica and Oxford University has really enabled us to offer that program to the beneficiary to a tune of full scholarship in terms of tuition fees, because I think you are not paying anything, right?
Yes.
Yeah, part
mine
of
is to just attend
the classes.
classes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's really amazing, like you getting now that you wanted to advance your in the academic field, and you get such an opportunity that really offers you such an opportunity. I understand that you just started it juicy, right?
Yes.
You're in the introductory part of it, and we are actually wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Watu wengine kama sisi wenye hatujafikiria to advance, we may think to take we may think about that, but I really love that part of the matching scholarship that is really impacting our alumni, giving them opportunity to advance in their academics. Maybe moving on to Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph, you are among the first cohort, the first group from Kenya to benefit from the incubator program, the Entrepreneurship Incubator Program, getting a grant. And let me actually start it a little bit before actually getting the funds. What really motivated you to be like, I want to apply for this grant?
Yeah, it's a very interesting question. All along, I knew I wanted to do business. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't like employment, but because I'm also offering it to other people now, and me also being an entrepreneur, I'm also an employee of my own company or business. So I knew I wanted that. I had a business plan ready. Actually, even right now, I have another business plan in case you're offering another incubator program.
Ready for the fund, for the funding opportunities.
Yes. So I was ready, but what I lacked is what many youths lack, the funding. And the moment that I had that CorpsAfrica, the Alumni Association is offering that opportunity for people who have either businesses or want to start a business, I really ran to the opportunity. And I was lucky enough to have qualified and finally got the seed funding. And I'm now a farmer. So I'm doing farming. I'm doing organic farming. So we're doing mboga za kienyeji. We're doing managus. So any person out there or even the CorpsAfrica office, I think the first produce that I get, I'm going to bring it to the office so that we have like a small celebration.
I'll be waiting. Count me in that first harvest.
Yeah. So I'd say giving me that seed funding really helped me, because I knew I wanted to do this, but I didn't know where to start. Sometimes you look at it and, for example, in my case, which is farming, farming is not an easy thing to do. Because one small mistake, your plants lack water, it's over for you. Or they get too much water, it's over. Or anything can happen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, anything can happen. But I was lucky enough. I got the seed funding. And it's a very thorough process, by the way. It's not that easy. Even when you hear me saying I have a business plan ready, they will take every point from it and ask you, have you thought about this risk? Have you thought about this risk? What will you do in case of this? Yeah, so after going all that process, I managed to get the seed funding, and it was really nice. And now I'm doing farming, and it's really nice. I'm happy, and yeah, we thank God and CorpsAfrica in general, because that would not have happened if I was not an alumni.
Yeah. Those are some of the opportunities that you as an alumni you get.
Mm-hmm.
That somebody who's not an alumni is unable to, or
Yes.
is not in a position to get. But allow me to actually take you a little bit back.
Yes.
You have applied, and then here comes the email that tells you that you have been accepted for the seed funding.
Yes.
How was the feeling after the news? Ulifilaje na ulikuwa wapi?
You can even see me smiling right now, because I can remember it vividly. I remember the email came, I think, at 9 p.m. So I was heading back home. I was in a matatu and just reading an email, and I was like, okay, this is happening. It's real. But that email was not that you've gotten the funding.
Yeah.
Is that you've been shortlisted.
Exactly.
So you're moving to the next stage. And the next stage was even tougher, because now you have to attend sessions.
Training.
Training. You have to actually, it's not just a training where you just log in and put on mute and then you keep quiet and then you wait for it to end and then you get the money. No, you have to actually be part and parcel of it. You're given assignments, you're given your business model to even reevaluate. Your mates, your fellow business people, also given your business plan to also look at it and even ask you questions that you might have overlooked, because they say you can't make something be perfect when you're just alone. You have to be questioned. You have to see some things that you didn't see. So from there, after the training, which took around 4 weeks, I was then shortlisted again. Now, and this was another tough part, because it required you to know fully about your business, and this was pitching. So you had to pitch your business. You had to say, my business is ABCD. We are doing ABCD. You give all the challenges. You give all the output that you think are going to come, and then from their end, they can look at it. They can vet. They can see this person actually understands his business. He's actually passionate about it, and he's actually going to go on his word and do everything. So it's a process, and it's a process that they make sure that they are with you, so that they just give it to you and let you do whatever you want to do. They guide you. Even after receiving, when I started my farm, I've been sending reports. You have to ensure that everything is on paper, everything is recorded for your own being and for the farmer, because you also have to be accountable to yourself, before even being accountable to the farmer. Because you're in business, you have to ensure that whatever you're doing is according to your business plan, according to whatever you said. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been good. I would not say it's been easy. Nothing is actually easy. It's like when I come to think about it,
Nothing.
Yeah. So from there, we are doing, and we're expecting our first harvest very soon, and things should go well.
Yeah. I'm just speaking from there. You did your training, the entrepreneurship training with Proportionate Global.
Yes.
They trained you on the different elements of the business. You having a deep understanding of your business, and they now are preparing you for the funds, so that you don't just get the funds and you get stuck. Maybe what is one of the highlights you will say that the training that you received helped you to achieve or to improve in your business?
Yeah. So the main thing, and I say this everywhere I go, is the market part. They really came in handy with that part, and they were very consistent in mentioning you have to ensure that whatever you're doing, the market gap, you don't end up having cabbages or items that you have no one to sell to. You also have to do your mathematics properly. So in their training, they actually taught us how. We even did a survey. Even went to the community and did a survey and identified, yes, you're bringing a product to the market. Remember, you're not bringing a foreign product to the market. It's a product that has been there since who knows where. So you're bringing a product to the market, but what will make you stand out? What are the suppliers who are supplying currently? What are they missing, so that you can address that problem and you can address it efficiently? So in doing that, I was able, because from the moment we started planting, I started looking for clients and the market. And I can say that we have gotten a few who have said we can take this percentage. And I had done a business prior, like 1 year before that. And what I thought is what any other person would think: just open a business. We are 50 million Kenyans. You want to tell me that my cabbages, I can't sell 50 cabbages to 50 million Kenyans? And at the end, you end up doing something and you have no one to sell to, or you're not bringing something unique. You don't have something that stands out, or a need that you're actually addressing. That goes again to my business, which is branding. normally when I get an order, I ensure that if it's, for example, 50 pieces and below, I make sure to deliver that specific order within 24 hours, which is something that 90% of people don't do. Like 90% of people who get the tenders, they don't do. You'll get that thing 1 week later. When they get, so I have that time, so I'm addressing that challenge, because we meet so many people saying we ordered something two weeks ago, you have not yet received it, or when it comes as if it's not even in good condition or something. So we make sure we treat the market like a baby, because that market is the one that is going to feed you, and that is the one that is going to birth you another client.
Wow, I love that, and I understand. Sometimes actually getting the market right is a challenge, but having been trained and been it's kind of, you are supported to actually know how do you go about your market research, getting to know where and who your market is very important, because hata tuseme hata umeproduce the best quality na una market kwanza ni vegetables inaharibika tu kwa shamba,
you start
it could be a total kind of a loss. How has it been? I understand ina create opportunities pia kwa watu wengine, right? Because kuna wasi wenye wanakuja kulima kwa shamba and the like. Kama ni branding, I'm sure you're not doing it all alone. So it's creating some kind of employment to others maybe. Hebu tuambie kama ina create job, una create ya ma youth's job.
So I have well, it's not biasness, but I'd say I have how is it called? Ile kuchagua. I'm not choosy. Well, okay, let me just continue. So, what I do is, yes, we have created employment in both branding and farming. For farming, it's still an ongoing process. And for farming, we have few who are, should I call them semi-permanent? So we have accountants, an accountant, someone who handles tech and the media, so to create a website and everything, the pictures. We have also a marketing team. And now we have the people who do the contract jobs. So this can be from digging a well to farming or to cutting trees, here and there. So in the whole community, everyone is involved. We are buying manure from your next door neighbor. So she is getting some money in her pocket. And then the other person who was doing nothing, was just sitting around there, is coming in and maybe is cutting some trees or some shrubs. So he's also getting some form of employment. And we are heavy on empowerment, even when you do this work, because in our area we experience drug abuse and sort. So we also try to do empowerment on the same. So when you come, you're doing a job, we also try to give you these skills, because I learned skills in CorpsAfrica. So I tell you, you have 500 shillings right now, and you can multiply these 500 shillings by being your own boss. You don't have to, because tomorrow, if you cut a tree today, tomorrow there's no tree to cut. So that means tomorrow you won't be doing something. So, but if I empower you and I teach you a skill that I know, maybe soap making, it might be something else, then tomorrow you can be able to do something on your own. The same with branding. Branding, it's more of contractual. I'd say since I started, quite employed so many people, man. You can call me a CEO, man. This rate.
Umekuwa CEO kiplani.
Yes. So I have contracted so many people, and it comes in handy because that again amounts to people management. Not everyone can or is a good boss or is easy to be the one giving a job. There's someone who, when he or she is the boss,
mtajua ni mimi boss.
So people management, learning that in service, and humility. You have to be humble. When you're doing a business, you have to be humble to your employees or who are working with you. And remember, they're not working for you, they're working with you, because you're the one who is going to benefit at the very end. They're not necessarily working for you, they're working with you.
Yes. Oh, amazing. Yes. I love that. Yeah.
So if they provide their skill, it's that skill that you're going to use that is going to help you produce the best cabbages.
Yeah.
If that skill is the thing that is going to help you provide the best candidate, if it's mentorship.
Sure.
Yeah. So you're working with someone, you're not working. They're not necessarily just working for you, because if they work for you, you might end up looking down on them or saying harsh words or doing what or overworking them. Yes, or being bossy, hovering around them. But when you work with them, they work even better than you would even imagine. You will find, for example, a scenario that we have seen when I started branding. I used to work until very late in the night, up to like 1 a.m. And you'd see, because they see me there, they feel my presence. They're not like, this guy, wow.
Yeah, litupea kazi na katoka.
Anaenda. So they feel like, okay, you also want this that bad. So let me now make sure that you actually get this with the highest quality that you can. So you work with someone, make them feel seen, make them feel like their input is valuable.
Oh, amazing. I love that. It had just reminded me that every time, once you actually start interacting with CorpsAfrica, you start hearing this thing called humility pill.
Yes.
You'll be like, you know what? You have to get the humility pill.
3 pills a day.
So there is a prescription to that. Yeah. I think that goes again to what you have just said, that once you get the humility pill, it goes beyond your service, and now you know how this is how you deal with people, how you perceive people. You don't just perceive them as tools of work. You see them as a team, and now you work. You have a team to work with. Maybe coming to James. Now you are done with your service in Gambia, and now you are doing your master's. Do you have any other plans in terms of transitioning to the job market? Wewe ni mtu wa biashara ama unataka kuingia kwa job?
For me, I would say I want to combine, like as I pursue my master's, I'm also actively looking for employment. And I'm sure from the skills that I have gained through CorpsAfrica, the 2 services, I'll be at an upper hand in the job market, and soon I'll land a very good position somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Because, damn, the kind of experience you have gotten, very few of us will say that you have it's actually a closed borders. So you have close culture experience, managing projects and dealing with different people. I also believe that you have a higher hand with such kind of an experience actually to get a job made. We are really wishing you all the best. And
thank you.
We are also working as a team to ensure that we support each other to get these jobs. And nimesikia Joe akisema ni boss. So I think we need to see
tumeonekana bana anipe kazi moja au.
Exactly.
He has to hire someone with a master's degree. So karibu to the team.
At least you will have an additional workforce. Mwenye mework international. So anyway, I love that, and we are wishing you all the best. And maybe as we come to the end of this section, just a random question. What is one thing that you believe CorpsAfrica and its partners will do to support you better to achieve your professional growth and development?
For me, I would say, first of all, CorpsAfrica have really tried to support the alumni through the different programs that we have discussed here. And on top of that, maybe as we continue to support the alumni on the side of the scholarship to pursue further education, incubator funds for the business people, maybe we can also try to help the alumni connect them to different developing partners and try to show them that we have professionals here. We have people who have gained different experience, who have been mentored properly, who can work in different organizations, and try to connect them to those different partners, and that will help them, even the alumni, be able to transition to different job market easily.
Yeah. And just maybe to add on that is that request comes in. If you are there and actually you have your organization, you are a HL of an organization, and you want professionals, I'm talking of from the ground, pale chini, has the real experience, you need not to look any further. CorpsAfrica offers you the best because these people have been in the ground. They have real experience with the communities, doing projects, facilitating activities, facilitating meetings, mobilizing resources. And once you get one of them, you got a resource with you. So it's a real investment working with CorpsAfrica to get you the best of the best. Just to move on to Joseph. What do you think is another support maybe you feel like CorpsAfrica will support the alumni with?
I've really benefited being an alumni.
You have already benefited.
I've really benefited. No, not enough. But I've really benefited being an alumni. And first of all, give the flowers to CorpsAfrica for holding my hand and other alumni's hand. Because it's not always easy for. After you're done with the service, most organizations will just let you go out there and do your own. But they keep you on track. And if any gigs come up, CorpsAfrica will be the first to contact you. And they're like, hello, you can do this and this. Will you be available to do this for us or for this place? But what I would say or what I would encourage is for us who are now delving into business, maybe you can link us with other organizations or companies that maybe you partner with or looking to partner with or you're related to, that we can also do business with, so that we can grow our circle, because we have a foundation now, and a helping hand is always welcome.
Sure. As you have just said, CorpsAfrica has really supported those who are into business and offering them opportunities. And again, I'm looking at you who will be watching this podcast, and I'm sure if you really want quality, efficiency, and fast delivery, we got those with us. Our alumni are professionals in delivering services. You want branded t-shirts, books, pens, anything in terms of branding as an organization, you can reach out to us or actually reach out to Joe. You gotta get the best of the best in terms of the services. And we also have other alumni who are doing different businesses. I think the best you can do is promoting and supporting these young people to get these businesses and actually see them prosper, because as you have heard from Joe, he's not actually doing it all alone. He's creating employment for other young people. And I think this is the most noble thing you can do, is actually supporting them to continue impacting more youths. So I think with that, do you have your last words you would say?
For me, my last words is to really thank CorpsAfrica for the way it is supporting youths across Africa, not only in Kenya, and the way it is building different professionals in terms of giving the youths the real experience on the ground. Sometimes we just come out of the campus and we think like the books are just enough. Mm-hmm. It really needs you to go to the ground and just gain some real experience and see how the job market looks like, and how the real work looks like, apart from the books that you have been reading in the universities. So I would say also thank you for the way they are promoting Pan-Africanism with their exchange volunteer program. So just to show the Africans that we are all the same, we are facing different, same challenges. We are facing different, we are just different in where we are in terms of the location, the countries, but generally Africans, we are all facing different, same challenges, and we can come up together, we join forces, and we are able to move our Africa forward.
Wow, amazing. Parting shot for Joe?
Yes. That is amazing stuff that you actually said. And I go by the same. So I'm really big on inclusivity. And this I learned in CorpsAfrica and even other organizations that I've been in. And especially, and I incorporate it to everything that I do. So we do inclusivity in terms of you have to be believed in by someone. Yeah. And that is one thing. And it's very important to me, because if someone doesn't believe in you, then you have you have a very slim chance to actually make it. But CorpsAfrica gives that window where they actually believe in you. Yeah. They believe in you. They give you this information. They give you these skills, and they let you to the world. Because as long as you have the passion and you have the energy and everything else, you just need a skill and someone to believe in you. Yeah, because you find very many people who are very skilled out there, but they have no one to actually believe in them. So I'd say thank you to CorpsAfrica and any organization that actually listens and empowers the young people, because we are the solutions. We provide the solutions. So if you give us, or if you give me your hearing ear, I will be able to come up with solutions that you never thought that I would have. You only have to empower me or listen to me. So giving the youths and the young people a chance is something that I don't hold lightly. And I might take my hats off for CorpsAfrica for that. Yeah. Thank you for having me here. It's been an amazing session. Yeah.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you, Joseph. And salute to CorpsAfrica Kenya, CorpsAfrica as an organization, and to MasterCard Foundation for actually giving our African youth the opportunity to transform our communities and also to become better people in terms of nurturing them to become better professionals. So thank you very much for actually tuning in. Salute to everyone who will be watching this podcast. See you next time for the next episode. Asante sana.